Morning folks, welcome to my channel, Westy Travels. My name's Col. Behind me in the van here getting packed is Kirsty and young Barra. This week we're on the beautiful, as you can see, island of Orkney. We're just up in the mainland, heading along towards a place called Stromness. And the plan today is, it's so nice, we're going to head to the south of the islands and take a small ferry over on foot with the backpacks. And we're going to head over and do a 10-mile hike around the Isle of Flotta and camp over for the night and have a wee chill. We got here yesterday and the weather was lovely, but come evening time we were camped right across from a beautiful location, kind of lochside, right across from the Ring of Broadca, the Stones of Sness and Mace Howe. So wonderful location. But by God, can it get windy here. The winds got up to 50-60 kilometres an hour and the van was just kind of rocking wild all night, so didn't get much sleep and felt like just sleeping in all sort of day to day. As you can tell from tired we're talking. But we're going to head out and explore some of the islands and we'll take you on the journey in 2 or 3 different videos then, okay? Speak soon. Currently we're on the ferry from mainland Orkney, waiting to get the ferry over to a small island. We're going to go over and do a hike and spend the night on, just hike around it 9-10 miles, explore it and stay in the tent overnight. I'm just up on deck, it's a beautiful day here. It's been an hour's journey over. Kirsty and young Barra, the Westies, down in the depths of the ferry, staying out of the wild wind that's up here. So I'll head down there myself and we'll see you once we get on the Isle of Flotta. This has arrived on the small island of Flotta, south of the Orkney Isles. It's about an hour's journey from the mainland island. You stop off on the Isle of Hoy first at a place called Linus, is it? Linus, and then you get another 20-25 minutes to make the hour's journey. You head on to the little terminal behind us and on to Flotta itself. So we've not even decided if we're going clockwise or anti-clockwise round it. We don't have a clue what we're doing, but I'm sure we'll find something to do. You've got the ferry terminal behind me and you come up onto the road, and just to the north you've got the giant oil terminal, which is I think the second largest in Britain. There's a bigger one in Shetland. And then the next thing you noticed is over in the distance over here somewhere is a building. I think that was the cinema from World War II for the troops that were stationed over in Flotta. I believe there's only like a population just now of like 40 people when you take the oil workers away. But at one point during the wars, when the Royal Navy were based up here, it's renowned that there was a boxing match and 10,000 people attended this boxing match during the war. So you can see it was overpopulated and back down to virtually nobody here apart from the oil workers. What I can tell you is I was trying to fly the drone and it's very windy and I realised that wasn't really going to work out for me quite well. So the drone's been put away and we'll see if it calms down. Yeah, 'cause there's not much in the way of shelter here in the island. I was reading that after the First World War, got a big herring up there, so easily distracted. Big herring flew by. After the First or Second World War, I can't remember what it was, the Royal Navy planted 1,000 pine trees up here, which obviously you can see both sides. And there's apparently only about 10% of them, 100 left. I can see why with the winds they get up here. But the oil companies came in and they have planted tens of thousands of shrubs and trees and stuff to try and kind of get a little bit more greenery and shelter on it. But the first stage of our walk apparently is on the road. So, and as usual, is it uphill or is it downhill? It's uphill. So crack on with it, but it's not all road. Apparently some of it goes across the heaths and moors and stuff, you know.
Coastal.
And some coastal stuff. So onwards. So we've been on the Isle of Flotta. We're still for about 20 minutes maybe walked up over the small hill with 58 metres. Been on 15-20 minutes, and here's your first vehicle we've seen. Clever Westie. Oh, maybe not. So this here appears to, after about 20-25 minutes walk, coming in a clockwise direction. Excuse the wind, it's very windy. This appears to be, I don't know if you'd call it the main town, we're not even sure the name of it, Home or something like that. And it's got a tiny fire station, it looks like. I think there's a school, but we're not sure if it's in use or not. There seems to be a couple of kids there, so maybe there is for the younger ones. So there is some features, and apparently there's a wee cafe which we'll go and check out anyway. So we've in the main huge metropolis town on Flotta of like 8 houses. They've got a wee community centre, it's quite nice. And during the summer, I think like July and August, they open during the day. Not sure the hours, whether it's like 11 till 3 or 4 or something like that. You can get some cakes and chips and stuff. So I managed to get a nice wee lentil soup there, and we're getting some chips and fries wherever you're from, depending what you call them. It's quite nice on a cold day. They don't take dogs in, so we've had to sit outside, but luckily enough it's nice and dry anyway, so we'll get on and enjoy these. So far, thumbs up for Flotta. People are very friendly. In the community centre we've had 2 lentil soups and a big plate of homemade chips there, fries. £5.
Chips are a pound.
Chips are a pound. Where do you ever hear of that now, you know? And we were just speaking to a nice local lady there, very friendly with her kids. And she was just telling us the history of the island and how the school's shut now. People come up here a lot of the time with the romantic idea of living in somewhere so remote and so small, but they don't last long and end up just with the kids and having to take them to different islands for school. They move away with it, you know. And it was quite funny. It was like she was complaining about the play park grass not getting cut. Same complaints everywhere. The council like forgetting about them because they're so small. We'll look them over once in a while to cut the grass for the kids to play on, you know. But very beautiful wee islands, very remote, but you know, a nice day like this. Everybody's so friendly in these little places, which is good to see. Anyway, back to the chips. Quite like this wee island, very cool. One wee town, Home or something it's called. The rest is very rural. The only people you can get to talk to is your Westie and the cows. Oh, enough you. Hey big guys. Or girls I should say. There we go. You want some grass? Some grass? Eh? This is why every walk with Kirsty takes like 3 weeks. That's us turning east, kind of side of the island we're going along now, and behind me to this side is a place called Sound of Hoxa. Another landmass you can see over the difference, that's the South Ronaldsay Island. And when I take you over here. The Sound of Hawkshaw runs on, and just basically round that headland over here, round the corner, that's the famous Scapa Flow. When the First World War the German U-boats came in, sunk a lot of the British battleships. It's kind of famous up here, the big diving place, a lot of the divers like coming up here. A lot of history, but very quiet island. You can see it's been very much a wee rural place. Lots and lots of abandoned kind of crofts and hillside homes, just kind of crying out for me and Kirsty to buy one and do it up and get away from the real world and people. But yeah, very beautiful as well, some stunning views even though it's so quiet. You're never far from the coast with it, you know. There's a lot of these, I don't know if you can see in the camera, just down here as we're passing. There's a lot of the World War II, World War I naval batteries and things, obviously guarding the sounds for the U-boats. Not sure whether we can get down or take a wee peek, but we'll go and see once we go further up. I'll send Kirsty, she's taller than me, she can climb over these barbed wire fences in one mighty leap. What do you think? Yeah. So yeah, this is a big World War I, World War II battery here called the Buchanan Battery. See there, big out of the shadow. It's just to protect the Scapa Flow area. Apparently that's South Ronaldsay over the other side. Scapa Flow just over to the side here with the First World War and Second World War, the main fleets, the British naval fleets were housed. So the danger of submarine attacks was constant, so they had gun batteries right up and down this island with thousands of personnel living here, and the same across in South Ronaldsay as well. So we'll take a wee look down. But I think the current structures that were here were Second World War structures, the big 6-pounder guns, submarine, anti-submarine guns as well. We'll take a wee explore, see what's left here. We explore, see if we can see anything. It's just a maze. A wee seat there. Graffiti all over the walls. G. Kelly, Kenny even. See, it's a maze of old buildings, concrete buildings. Second World War. Quite a big complex actually. Gun placements, along with other ones. I take it this is where the main guns would have fired out, jumped down, looking out. We can, we'd get the wee monocular there, the wee look there a couple of minutes ago across the South Ronaldsay. You can see the exact same. Pity the big guns have gone now, but it must have been a fair size. As I say, apparently they're all way along the coast. You can see different ones, buildings, but they go for miles right up and down. Tower up there as well. Stairs don't look too healthy, look to be missing a few sections. I don't think I'm getting up there. I could do, but I don't think I'm getting up to the top ones considering there's only 3 slats left. That's a pity. Never mind, we'll see if maybe along the coast we can get some other ones. See if I can find my way out of here and find Kirsten again. Oh, there she is. Check where this one goes to. Seems to go down. That's the main gun bit we're at, further away. You've got a wee tunnel into the dark here. Take it that was an old lantern. It's like one of these old Anderson air raid shelters. So I take it this way of the guys that were doing the guns were getting bombarded with a big battleship or guns or anything. They'd come out here. I take it this would have all been covered over at one point. Pretty cool. Don't know if I'd want to be stationed here during wartime. Quite a bit of history. There's the family ready to go hiking again. Like that. You don't like that, son? Eh? Jumped down the gun placements. Never mind. I don't think his mum liked it either. Right, shall we head off?
Yeah.
Looks like one of these World War II ACAC guns. Obviously seen better days. That'd be the wee sight. If any of the planes were coming over, they'd be here giving it. Always wanted to do that. Pretty cool. But it just shows you sometimes these little smaller islands and these chains where everybody heads for the bigger places, and quite rightly so. You know, Skara Brae and the Ring of Brodka and Mace Howe, all these places. But it still shows you that we drove by the Ring of Brodka this morning at about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and there must have been about 60 people walking around it, whereas we've come onto this little small island. We've been here a couple of hours, seen the World War II placements, went to the community cafe, got a nice friendly conversation, some nice soup, and it's nice and quiet and you've got it to yourself. You can make as much as you want. You can easily get a ferry over here. I think it was only for foot passengers for a return, 2 of us, £12. So you can easily go up, just walk up here, you'd be half an hour, just turn around and go back. It'd be a nice wee day out, exploring the place. You don't actually have to go right around the whole island like we are, camping. Something to think on anyway. Look at those views. Stunning. I love when I go to these small islands as well, to stick the drone up and kind of really high and give you an overview of the island and where it is and where you are and what you're looking at. But it's just far too windy. You're kind of coming around little bits like this, but it's not so bad. But even at the ferry terminal, I tried to fly it, and it's in front of the reception room. I was just getting blown left and right, and I thought that's a no-no, which is a shame, but I suppose you've got to expect it in Orkney. Onwards. So we've walked about 10-15 minutes up the coast from that other World War II kind of bomb placement, whatever it is be called, on the coast, and we found an even bigger one behind us here. I think this one's slightly bigger as it's guarding the entrance to the sound. Kind of better view. And the coast is just the other side as well, so you've got two bodies of water meeting, so they're also guarding the entrance, you know. You can get a better view up here because they're quite high up in the cliffs just now. So I don't know if you can see behind me. They've obviously put in some water features for the surfing. So this is your Stanger Head battery. It's kind of moored out, this one on a peninsula, so you can see over this way. You're kind of seeing down the sound. Turn around, you're kind of looking over towards Scapa Flow. And it's definitely a bigger structure. If it makes any difference now with the sound, we're kind of coming round the other side of the coast, and we're now totally off tarmac, and the second half of the walk's all kind of along this coastal path where it looks as if somebody's been good enough to cut the grass all the way around an island. It's pretty cool, but very beautiful. You can see here you're right by the water there coming back, and that's the gun placements we just came from, Stanger Head. We're going to follow the coast right around here, right around that kind of head round there, and back to where we started, and then hope we can find a wee bit out the wind to put the tent up somewhere sheltered. An old kind of ruined cottage or something, or the one tree that's on the island. But that's a nice bit. The sun's out. I imagine you try to undertake this walk in a wild day. It's fairly windy just now, but it's nice. Sun's out. You're not too close. You're kind of at the closest 3-4 feet from the edge of the cliffs. But lovely. You're just hearing the birds tweeting away and the waves crashing onto the shore. So far well worth a visit to Flotta for £6 on the ferry. £12 for two of you. See how I'm sure I can do maths. Look at that view. How cool is that? I was just saying the last little bit of footage in the cliffs about someone must come across here, cut the grass in this path. We've walked on, we've literally cut up, and there's an old chap, and don't know if that's his wife or kid or something like that, but there's an old boy there, you'll see in a second, in front of us cutting the grass. We've seen him from a way back in the cliffs, so he's definitely like done at least a mile or two of this, which is quite cool. I hope he's taking the right way. Straight up, Kirsty, yeah? Are you sure? Now he's confused us because he's away up the hill cutting the grass. And we think we're going round that thing, but that could be a Kirsty thing. That is the path, and she's taking me around here.
So there they are.
Yeah. Kirk Bay.
Yeah, maybe we do go up here.
Yeah. Okay, let's go and see him. We can speak to him and tell him. Go up the way. Yeah, she was trying to kill us. I'll follow the old guy with the lawnmower and double check. Ask him. Great effort. First time I've done a trail and somebody's cutting the grass in front of me.
I know, it's especially for you.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much.
You and the small dog.
Are we going the right way this way? Yeah, yeah. Perfect. Yeah, don't. Is it not? Yeah, just leave it then.
He's going catching the boat at
No, we're just going to kind of, we've got a wee tent. We're just going to walk around and we'll find somewhere out the wind maybe tonight. Hopefully. I know. Good luck. Right, perfect. Thank you very much, and thank you for cutting the grass. It's appreciated. Bye. Well, that's quite handy. So we passed by a church custody saying when you speak to the locals cutting the grass in the path, and he then tells you not to go the way you were planning to go because it's not been cut in years and you'll kill yourself. So maybe take heed of what they say. Quite cool. Right, let's find another way. We seem to have made some friends. They think they're getting fed. This is obviously your Isle of Flotta local pop band. Yeah, Stray Cats, Kirsty's saying. That's quite cool. One use for gas bottles and tyres. That's us nearly all the way around the island of Flotta now. The last kind of feature is we're on the island's main hill. It's only 58 metres, so you're not really that high. When I turn you around, see it's the old landing strip, the old airfield for the islands. We've managed to put in there. Must have been fun back in the day, landing a biplane on that, these winds. But that's us nearly round, so really what we've got to do now, haven't we, is just
Find a bit of shelter.
find a bit of shelter out of the wind if it's possible. So we know there's an old, like, First World War, Second World War cinema building round there, and we're hoping the wind's coming this way, we can get round the other side of this hill and find some kind of shelter. We'll get the small Hibisco Light too, Falravin tent, so we're fine anyway, but it's just to get a better night's sleep if it's not blowing a hoolie. We'll see you once we get further around with the tent up and somewhere to pitch for the night. Welcome to Flotta Airways. We hope you enjoyed your journey and had a pleasant visit. I don't know if I'd fancy taking off on a runway like that there, but it's obviously still in use because they've got the big H painted on the runway. No, they're not using that, but they'll use it for emergency stuff, I imagine, for if somebody's there. You can see there they've got the binoculars, an oil can, a body bag. First aid station. Okay, we'll call it a windsock, but I think it's a body bag. Very cool. I think that's very cool that you come to these little places and somebody's took the time to sit and make wee penguins out of gas bottles and bagpipes. And they're kind of all round the island as you go on this Flotta trail. They're taking some of the old World War II and World War I stuff and turned them into nice wee things to look at when you're going round the walk. Pretty cool. 10 out of 10 to the people of Flotta. Population 40. They've obviously got far too much time in their hands to and too many spare gas bottles that they can't take to the tip. That they're able to turn into wee penguins with bagpipes. Kirsty's very impressed, aren't you? She likes quirky things like that. Right, shall we find the path and not kill ourselves and head back down? We're just kind of looking for somewhere to pitch a tent now that will give us the best view down to the water here, but still be kind of out the worst of the wind. We're at the back side of the island now anyway, so it's not so bad here. Still windy, but not blowing a hoolie. But we're kind of hoping to find a derelict kind of building that we can put the tent behind, so you know yourself, the wind can be coming from the southwest and you pitch it and you're sheltered, and then 2 in the morning it just moves that few degrees round and you're suddenly getting buffeted all night. And he likes a sleep. That looks as if that's us kind of coming back round to where we set off at the ferry terminal port. But we did see there's a kind of bit where we can hopefully put the tent. If not, we can head back to the airstrip and put it up there, but we'll find somewhere. It's an old World War II cinema we think we can put the tent against. So that's our wee walk of Flotta, done and dusted. Now we're at the stage where we're looking for somewhere to camp, and we found this behind us here. Can you see it? This old Second World War 1943 naval cinema for the Scapa Flow area in Orkney. We came up and the people were cutting the grass here as well, and I thought, brilliant, you know, friendly people. They said, believe it or not, there's all these trees here, even though it's Orkney. They've planted the Navy and the oil company over the years, and we were up there and it was lovely flat bits, perfect to camp in. And I just pulled the tent out, no wind, first time today, and then within about 4 seconds the midges just descended on us. So we've went back and forth now. Do we pick somewhere with the wind or do we pick the midges and stuff, you know? So it's a tough one. We'll soon see. Well, as you can see, we decided to take the nice freshly cut grass at the old naval cinema with a decent view of the harbour and take on the midges, because we're obviously right by all these shrubs and trees and the cinema, so we're out of the wind totally, and they've just swarmed on us. But hey ho, we'll get a nice picnic bench over here and we'll cook a scran and then just abandon ship inside if they get bad. But hopefully once the breeze picks up again, it'll be fine. That's us all set up for the night. With the midget queen there. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, my little midget friends. So we've got the Falrav and a Visco light tent with a nice view out to sea. And I'm having the real Turmat taco bowl mixed with wraps. And Kirsty's having the red Thai curry. It's a vegan one she's trying. And a couple of the wee Taylor's coffee bags. So we'll say goodbye with that just now, and we're just going to get our head down after dinner. If you enjoyed the video, if you can give us a wee like and a subscribe to help the channel out, very much appreciated. Until next adventure, Toodaloo.